What is good, YouTube? What's good? What's good? Welcome back. Today I'm coming back to you with a Shoreline money run route. I had a couple people stop in chat and ask what exactly my route was when I was to do my Shoreline money runs. So here it is. I'm going to show y'all right now. All right, boys. Let's get into it. This is how we're going to do the Shoreline money run route. All right, this is a butt spawn. You don't really want to get this spawn when you're trying to do a money run because you're right at Xville. So I'm going to run y'all over right to where a good West Wing spawn would be that I would consider a good West Wing spawn. But this route over here, you don't ever want to get this spawn. This spawn is bad. You're not going to get to resort first. Your best bet to do with this spawn is loot up all the jackets inside of these houses. And then maybe run over towards the village where Sanitar spawns. Maybe see if he's there. But that's less of a money run and that's more of an aggressive route. So, the West Wing spawn that I would consider to be fairly decent is right up down yonder. Now, one of the main things you're going to want to make sure you have on a money run at least is you're going to want to have an SJ6. This bad boy gives you a lot of stamina, and it helps your stamina recover really quick. So when you're on your route, running from that spawn especially, or on the way back to that Xville, you're going to want to watch the rock up here. A couple scavs like to spawn over in this area fairly regularly, so just be careful. Just know that. Just keep that in the back of your head, especially if you have any goodies in your prison pocket. But this is a really crap spawn. Let's just say that. We're going to get up into resort. And once we get up towards resort, I'm going to show you the route that I like to take from each wing. From West Wing, from East Wing, if I spawn on either side. The biggest thing is you hit the high value loot rooms first, and then you clean up afterwards. So right up here, there's two weapon boxes over here. The small wooden ones. But again, be careful, because on the way back from resort, there will be more than likely a couple scavs that will spawn in this area. It's just, they always do. I always run into it usually, even when I'm not just money running, when I'm just running Shoreline normally. Also so this is the spawn area that I say is the best spawn for West Wing. And you're going to want to run up this way. And you're going to want to be careful because down at this truck down here, over here, on the other side of this hill, there's a scav that can spawn right in this area. So you want to watch out for him. He's a nasty little bugger. I've been murdered a couple times running from there all the way up to here. Just didn't see him hiding behind the truck, sitting behind one of those boxes. It happens. So, from West Wing. Honestly, West Wing isn't my favorite wing to loot. Or to start looting with, at least. I'm really a big fan of East Wing. Most of my high value loot comes from East Wing, to be quite frank. But, alright, so when you come up here, you're going to want to watch for people coming through here. Jump in, obviously. Watch out for Sanitar, he can spawn back over here. Always check the loot spots right here. Multiple nails, corduras, ripstop, stuff you need for quests. Alright, so my money route runs straight upstairs, straight second floor. Second floor, you hit red keycard room. you can hit 222, 221, or 218. I currently have 221, so I'm going to open this one. You got money spawns over here. You got the weapons case. You got all the good med spawns up in here. The golden stars, ibuprofens, yada yada. Red keycard spawn right there. You can have an RSAS, mags spawn up there. Food, weapons crate, money spawns here. Guns can spawn in here. Ammo spawns here. Come over here. There's a bag here, money spawns on the table, and an M4 can spawn right there. So once you come out of here, normally I would hit 216. I don't currently have that key. That's a graphics card spawn, PSU spawn currently for right now during this wipe. And then you're going to run straight up to 301. Make sure you check your corner as you come in here. Well, one thing I like to do is as I'm coming up to 301, I like to watch the roof. If you watch the roof, you can see if anybody's silhouetting themselves against the skylight. Come around. Always check this plant right here. People like to sit up in here. But usually, if you're money running this, you're the first one here. But people like to sit up in here and wait for somebody to come over here and turn the key. So you come into 301. Get a LEDX spawn here. Fire steel, toolkits, grizzlies, graphics card spawns, electronics, various items down there. Got a LEDX spawn that can spawn here, LEDX spawn that can spawn here, graphics cards in both computers, Red Rebels in the case, med spawns on the bed. Alright, looted up 301, you're done. You're gonna run out of 301. What I like to do is I like to come, drop down, look across the breezeway, listen to anything coming up behind me or to my left. If I don't hear anything, I come over, hit 205. Now, I personally have pulled 2 LEDX from right here, last wipe. So you always check that table for the LEDX, various med spawns around the room. Then you come over here, you got a weapons box, and allegedly there's a red keycard spawn that spawns here. I've never seen it, but it allegedly spawned there. You got a med bag, you got a duffel bag, yada yada. And also money spawns on the table. Now, if you're feeling ballsy, and you want all the, main loot, now is when you go right across the breezeway. What I like to do is, now that I've hit the main loot items up in here, I like to fall back and loot the rest of the rooms. So I'll come back, I'll hop back over the barbed wire, and then I'll usually hit 219 or 220. Then I'll come over here, I'll run downstairs. You come to 104. Now, 104 is a blue keycard spawn that can spawn right here on the table. It can also spawn meds over here, meds over there. As you can see, there's a Propital right there. Oh, get out of the door. Get out of the door. Thank you. You come down. Now, again, you want to be careful when you're running down on the first floor, because Sanitars and his boys can spawn down here, and they rotate all the way down this hall. I've run into them right off rip. Now you come down to 112. This is a quest key as well as a blue key card spawn right here on this table. Look for food items, bag. Come out of 112. Now here's where it gets interesting. If it's been quiet all raid, I usually come back up here and I run across the east wing. So assuming there hasn't been any gunshots, look across. Now as you come across, you take a quick stop, look down. You'll see a blue key card on the ambulance step right there. You don't see it, you run across. Now there's also a red key card spawn that we didn't go to in West Wing, but it's in the basement. I've never seen it there. Now, as you come across, you check to see if 206 has been hit or 205. If those haven't been hit, okay. I like to come over here, listen. Obviously, the rain is killing me right now, so I can't hear a thing, but it's also there's nobody here. So as you come up, you just peek across. You're listening to see if you hear anybody running around, if you hear any keys turning, anybody picking items up. You don't hear anything, you don't see anything, make your way down. So now, as I move my way down, I like to run and look down and see if the tape room was hit. If it wasn't hit, that's a good thing. I also come in here. Red keycard spawns right here. Allegedly, a LEDX can spawn on this table, and you got a box right here. Come back out. You got a bag. Now, you hit 222 or 226. They are connected rooms. I like to just use whatever one I find in raid first. You can have graphics card Tetrises. Graphics card Tetrises all spawn in here. Make sure you check down here for the lions, the vases, the bitcoins, the pro kills, all the gold spawns. You got a grenade case. You got a weapons case right here. You run through. LEDX can spawn here, 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 and here. You can also have all these food and drink items. You got another weapons case right here. Run out here. Open the doors. There's be guns that spawn in here that are worth money. Remember that. You're also coming in with barely anything. You're leaving with a lot of things. Now, allegedly, I've never seen anybody pull it, but allegedly there's a red key card that can spawn there. I've heard. Don't quote me on it, but I've heard. Now you come up the third floor, 328, or this storeroom, health resort utility key. This opens 2 rooms. It also opens one on the west wing. You can get gold chains, bitcoins that spawn there. Come over here. Graphics card Tetrises. Got a PC right here. That. Various weapon spawns. Now you're done over here. Now I like to run down. Run into Mark. Check for the gold chain in the ear. Don't really search him ever. Run back out. You hit 316. 316 is a good key to have. It's a good weapons part spawn. I like to loot that one because you get suppressors, optics, barrels that are worth money. So you loot that one up. You come through here. And then you loot either 313 or 314. It's a graphics card spawn in 314 and a LEDX spawn in 313. I've never seen them, but they are there. Now you go 310, Bitcoin spawn, lion spawn, teapots, vases, bitcoins, rollers, gold spawns. And then you come over 306. You need this one for a quest as well. You got 4 PCs, random money spawns on the table right here. Gold chains spawn in here. You got a box right here. Your quest will spawn right in this box. You jump over. Various medical spawns. You get med stuff here, here, food over here. Alright, jump back over. Now you run, come over this way, you drop down the hole. What I like to do is I like to sit and listen after I drop down the hole, because you just made a lot of noise jumping down the hole. Listen, look across, see what's going on. You don't hear anything. Good. Come out here, jump back over, and you hit 206 and 205. 206 and 205. There's 3 weapons cases in 206. 1, 2, 3. Various med spawns on these boxes. You got a weapons chest right here. And you also have a gold spawn in here. You got the sheriff's badge, pro kills, bitcoins, rollers, lions, food items right here, a bag right there, and a med bag right there. Well, done in this room. We are done on 2nd floor. Now, if you still haven't heard anything, you're golden. The resort is probably yours. Come down here. Make sure. Be careful when you come down here. Sanitar and his boys can be down here as well. Come down here. Unlock Sanitar's room. Now, this room is tricky to loot. You come in here. There can be a LEDX that can spawn there, there, there. And there can also be a LEDX that spawns in there. It's also difficult to loot the stuff in the shower, as you can see. It requires a lot of leaning and finagling. But a LEDX can also spawn right there under his hand. Now you come out here. This briefcase, this suitcase can spawn food items. Let's see if it has any right now. Yep. So you'll need this for your Kappa if you're going for Kappa. Gold chains down here. Various meds around the room. Gold chain here, computer here, and a gold chain can spawn on top of there, and then money spawn right there. Now you're done in this room. Also, don't forget there's med spawn right there. Come over here. 107 is actually connector to 106. 106, there is a LEDX spawn and a graphics card spawn in 106. Now, that is all of East Wing. That is all of West Wing. Now we go to admin. Now, if you've made it this far and you haven't had any gunshots and you haven't hurt anybody, gosh dang, you are lucky. So you come across here. Come into admin. There's a cigarette spawn there. There's a food spawn over on that table. You're going to hit the barbed wire because you're dumb like me. Come down here. Check the spawn right here. Food can spawn there. There's a LEDX that can spawn there. An ophthalmoscope that can spawn there. Golden Star, Vaseline. What you're going to do is you're going to run up here. Come this way. Open this door. Run in here. Check for the red key card right here under this ashtray. You're then going to look for graphics cards on these shelves. Tetris and graphics card here. Power supplies and anything else on these shelves. And you don't see them, you come in here. Graphics card or Tetrises can spawn there. There. You get the safe. Money will spawn on top and things will spawn inside. Obviously, it's a safe. You also have a PC right here. This area is great for getting flash drives. Beginning of wipe, come here, get your flash drives. Because you got a PC here. Various items will spawn here. And on this shelf over here, like there's some metal cutting scissors you need to make mag boxes. Now you come in here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PCs for chances of graphics card and flash drives. Also, you got CPU fans. You got a box there. Various items spawn on all 3 of these desks. You come in here. There's a key spawn. I don't remember exactly which key it is, but it spawns on this chair right here. It's a key for the resort. Come out of here. Come out. Come down. You got the safe here. Grab that. Filing cabinets if you're feeling frisky. You got a bag right here. And you also have another key spawn for a resort room that spawns in here. Come over here. You'll have ammo. A box right here. Ammo right there. And that is admin. Now, the red key card in West Wing, this is one of the most common hit spots in my opinion. I always come down here after a raid, or even like 10-15 minutes into a raid. All the bags down here are open, but the red key card will spawn right here on one of these 2 shelves. You got various items that'll spawn over here. You get the 2 weapons crates right here. You get the bag right there, a duffel over there, a duffel right there, a duffel right there, right there, right there, and right there. And you're also going to need to come down here for one of your quests. I believe it's either Wet Job or one of the cargoes. One of those 2. And you come over here, various items over here. You can get some water filters, etc. Come over here, water filters, items spawn there. And that, my friends, is how I like to run from the West Wing. Now, if we spawn on the East Wing, the West Wing route is still essentially the same, minus when I come from East Wing, I will come across and check 205 first. Then I go 301, then all the rest of them. But if I'm spawning on East Wing, this is where it's fun. And this is the spawn that I enjoy. This is one of my favorite spawns, is getting an East Wing spawn. Oh, I almost just yeeted myself off. That wouldn't have been fun now, would it have? Now, there are 2 very good spawns for East Wing. One of them is what we call God Spawn, which is right back over here. And one of them is called Grandma's House Spawn, which is another quote-unquote God Spawn, which spawns you right down over there. When I come up from East Wing, if I come up from God Spawn, I like to run straight from here all the way to right there. If I get the Grandma's House Spawn, I usually Usually, I will run the back wall right here into the back right there. If I hear, like, footsteps as I come up, I'll run to the left, and I'll run into the helicopter entrance. But the best route that I have is running this way. From the backside. So what I do when I run in through the backside is I run in from either God's spawn or Grandma's house. Come in, go straight up 222. Come in, go in. Obviously, you're one of the first ones here if you have God spawn. And again, you're looking down to see if Sanitar was hit. Imagine I didn't come in here and Sanitar wasn't hit. So that room is locked. Come in here, you check for the red key card, etc. You come down, you hit 222. You come out of 222, you can either come up and do the same route that I showed you before, or what I like to do when I have the East Wing spawn, when I know I'm one of the first people at Resort, I come out of 222, I drop, I hold right here for a second, I unlock Sanitar. I grab this, and then I run. And when I run back, I keep the walls to my back, and then I use the shelving. So that if somebody comes in, they don't see me running down. You know, you get what I'm saying? So then you come up, and then you clean up the third floor, 228, or 328, marked, 316, 314, 313, 310, and you keep going, 306, and then even now, with the 306, I drop down the hole. Now, when I spawn East Wing, this is when I cut into the room for a second, and I stop, and I just listen. Because it's at this point where I've hit the main loot rooms, if I hear a stampede of feet, I'm just going to leave. I've got my money. I can get out. If I don't have enough money, we'll think about it. So, come down. Now you hit your 206, 205. And you hit 107 after that. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how I like to run my Shoreline money route. It's made me a lot of money. I've found a lot of LEDXs. I've found a lot of red key cards, or a couple red key cards. I've had a lot of fun PvP on this map, doing that route as a kitted PMC and as a not so kitted PMC. But ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'd like to bid you a farewell. I hope you have some fun running Shoreline, getting some loot. Make sure you get those LEDXs. Make sure you get those graphics cards, those Tetrises, those rollers, those lions. Get all that loot. And on that note, boys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.